Everything big, oh you fancy, huh?
Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have some PR from Madam Glam. And so Madam Glam reached out to me once again, asked me do I want to try a couple of their colors from their new collection called House of Nourish. And so of course I said yes, only because the colors that I see in their collection is some like muted tones that I do not have at all. And I think it's like very, like, besides your blacks and white, it's very mandatory for you to get muted tones also, or like nude tones, sort of say. And so here are the 4 that they sent. Now the other 4, this is only half the collection. The other 4 are like glitter gel polishes, which I don't really care for because I have glitter polishes, like chunky glitter gel polishes, and all I did was swatch them, never use them. But I think in one of my upcoming videos I might pull out one of those, because I'm thinking about doing another duck set. Because in this video, y'all, I hated the nails that I did. These are one of the worst nail sets that I've ever did. Now let me tell y'all, I got this package straight out the mail. It was hot today, well not today, yesterday. Whenever I swatched this, I don't remember when I did this part of the video. I'm just doing a voiceover now. But let me tell y'all, this gel polish was so runny. It's because the temperature, not alone outside but in my room, was super hot, and it was just, the polish was runny. Just like my first review I did, the polish was runny because of the temperature. Now I know a lot of people have different viewpoints, whether it's thick or was it runny. That just plays a role in the temperature of your room. And for me, these were super runny. And I do want to say that that's on me. That's not like their fault or anything. So you have to be mindful when you do these type of reviews. Like I mentioned, I believe my last video I did with them, these are 1-coat coverage gel polish, which is amazing because don't nobody want to keep going into the nail lamp doing multiple coats of gel polish, making the nail thicker than it, you know, after we already got structure and all of that, and have to refine the shape. So yeah, these are actually 1-coat coverage, very easy to work with. I do have a discount code. I think it's Bree Creations 35. I'll leave it in the description box, and also you can just click the link in my link tree and you can find all my codes there. So the set that I did, like I mentioned earlier, y'all, it makes me not want to do no duck nails at all, because they came out so ugly and terrible till I was like, I regret buying the duck tip. I actually do regret buying them. But anyways, this is what the gel polishes look like. And so I already applied my duck tips that I got off Amazon. Now the ones, I'll link them if anybody wants them or whatever, but let me just give you a disclaimer that these are extremely, like, they run, the sizes are like super small. Like my thumb, even though I got it on, it's like 2 to 3 sizes too small. Usually my thumb is typically like a 1. Sometimes it could be a possibly 2, depending on the nail tip or whatever. But these, I had to go all the way up to the 0, and the 0 was still 2 sizes too small. So yeah, I would more say go the route of me doing my own duck tips, like the other way I did it when I first ever tried these. But I wanted a more flare look, so I went and actually got duck tip. But these, they wasn't, I didn't like that they was too flared. And then if I was ever wear this shape, like for real, they too, like, they giving duck for real. Because if I wanted to hold my hand, like my fingers like together just to show all my nails, they'll be in the way. And I was cutting myself, they were so sharp, y'all. But anyways, back to the gel polish. So I'm going to be taking each and every one of the colors that I use, and we're just going to paint them more so like a French type of tip or whatever. And then for the middle now, I'm going to do a marble with all 4 of the colors that I received. And I originally wanted to do the whole set just like the middle finger, but I was like, no, it's gonna look real basic or whatever. And so I am taking my base coat. If y'all didn't know, you can use the base coat as a blooming gel a layer that you use before you apply gel polish or whatever. But base coat, you know, it's a reason why they're included in the kit. I know a lot of people be like, who use base coat, who use base coat? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what I'm doing. So anyways, I cured that for 60 seconds and I added a top coat, which I shouldn't. I didn't want to add matte because then it wasn't get off that glossy effect. But adding the top coat made it very, very slippery, excuse me. I already knew that, but I still did it anyway. And so here I'm just gonna be capping these nails. Y'all, I was like so upset. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I was just basically freestyling to the point where the freestyling was not freestyling enough. It was just getting out of hand. And the duckies, this makes somebody not want to do some duck nails the way these came out. And I was just like, oh, And then I don't know the proper structure of doing these type of, you know, because they got a little curve in there, which I did expect, but I'm not a fan of kind of like curved nails, so to say. That's why when I first did the duck nails, I made my own little tilts because I didn't want that super curved look. But these are not super curved, but they're curved enough to where I was just like And so y'all, I'm getting down to my last bit of clear. I just ordered me some more. That's like one of the things I had to order, but I'm officially done buying stuff, y'all. I got a couple more PRs coming in. My 876 package, I ordered her Lovers Girls collection. I think that's what it's called, or it's something close to that. Then also she sent a PR package of like I think 4 of her acrylics out of that collection. So I basically gonna have double the amount of 4 of those colors that I already purchased, which is, I hope it's gonna be, you know, worth it, because it's gonna be crazy if I spent my money and I don't like them. But anyway, it's supposed to be a whole new formula and everything, and I just want to try it out because she has some nice cover colors. I really don't care for the color, but the covers and nudes, A1 in my book, those like the only covers I use besides my bomb nails and my custom colors that I use. And so here you see me going in with this custom color I made myself. It's a replication of Sparkle Pink from Bomb Nails. I decided to not actually purchase Sparkle Pink only because I had all the products I needed to make my own Sparkle Pink. And so that's what I typically do a lot of times when I, like, especially right now when I'm not buying any more products. So if I see somebody come out with a color that I like, I'm gonna try to make my own and replicate it to the best of my abilities. And y'all, this formula that I made is bomb. I made a whole 4-ounce container of it, y'all. Okay, so I'm up in here, you know, mixing it up. I'm a little chemist, a little some or whatever y'all want to call it. I'm in the lab making stuff, but I like making my own cover colors because I know what I want. And if I mess up, it's basically product that I already bought that probably wasn't getting used anyway. And so I took like random brands colors. More so I use Bomb Nails foam. I think I used like Royal Rats, mixed it with like a light pink, and I had a glitter acrylic from Cairo Nail Supply, and I just added that in and made the perfect consistency. If a lot of people that, you know, if you can't afford or you don't want to like spend your coins, just make your own. So that's what I did. Instead of actually buying it, I had the products and materials to make my own, so that's what I did. And so I originally only wanted it to be an ombre, but then I started making my ombres too far down to the point where I just covered the entire nail with the Sparkle Pink, and that would mess it up. Then like from here on out, it just got worse. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And I wasn't about to make a whole nother video. Like, I originally was gonna take these off and just do like regular nails, like square or something, maybe coffin. But I was like, we gonna finish this out. I done started it. It was already too hot, and so I didn't want to prolong this and then have to start all the way back over with the pop-off method, all that, sizing the tips out. Well, I already know all that, but I'm just saying it's just a lot. And then I have to think of a whole new set, because what I envisioned for this set matched with duck nails, and it wouldn't match with you know, square coffin nails. Let's just say that. And so I am just going in with this sparkle pink. I also named it sparkle pink because that's what it got, sparkles and it's pink. And like I said, it's just a replication of Bomb Nails, hers. That's what's the inspo behind the color, this color that I made. And so I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of this application. I'm gonna come back in once we get into, you know, the little nail art or whatever. Alright, so before I let y'all watch the rest of this application or whatever, let me just tell y'all why I got this little matte down. Because y'all, I know y'all probably wondering why this matte down here. Okay, so y'all see the background, you know, the marble look. So I was getting a lot of monomer acetone on it, to where it was eating up, you know, the little paper or whatever. And so I put this silicone matte down because, you know, it's a protective layer. And so I don't know where to purchase those clear silicone, like, coverings or whatever to protect my desk, but I need one of those. And I also need to replace the mat that's underneath for my videos to look, you know, somewhat decent again. But all right, y'all, back to the schedule, you know, whatever. And we got a little ASMR coming up, baby, so stay tuned. I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so I'm back. I hope y'all enjoyed the little ASMR plus the little horrible singing. It sounded so cute, sped up or whatever. And so, y'all, here we just adding on to the more disaster set that I curated with these duck nails, making it harder for people to love them. And so I'm just gonna be, I'm not even doing tiger stripes or whatever. I'm just randomly doing art. So y'all know how the Y2K vibes was. People, back then it wasn't like now people was like people are perfectionists. They try to replicate things. Back then it was a lot of freehand, just going with the flow. It wasn't even trying to like replicate a tiger stripe or whatever, zebra, whatever. And so here I'm just doing that. I remember I was looking at a lot of inspo. Now the inspo I was looking at, I wasn't looking at this like the 21st generation of the nails. Like I'm doing it way back in the early 2000s. Okay, y'all. Even though that's still 21st century, but anyways, I'm talking about like the 2023 version of duck nails. It's not giving this right here. But I'm talking about early, the trend or the new shape just started type of nails. That's what it was giving. It's so And so here, y'all, I was gonna start to do a Frenchie, but I realized that the way I shaped these nails or applied the acrylic was terrible on this finger right here, and so the Frenchie was not coming out looking right. So I was just like, you know what, forget it. I just painted the entire nail black, and I did speed this up because why y'all want to sit through and watch me not do an actual Frenchie rather than paint out? So I am going to be going in with Madam Glam, perfect black, the best black on the market that I know of. I usually don't use black. Well, I use black, but I mix black. So I basically, like, say if I run low on a black and I have different blacks from different brands, I just pour it in that bottle. So if I ever run out of that Madam Glam black, which I probably won't no time soon, especially since I do on my nails only, I'm just gonna pour whatever brands I got all together and just gonna be the black. And so here y'all see me, I got these little pixie things or whatever off of Temu, whatever you want to call it, a while back if you watched that haul or whatever. And so I'm just gonna be pouring, it's on top. Now this pinky nail was like the only nail that I loved, y'all. The pinky nail was so cute. It was so cute. Like, I did that with that pinky nail. For real. Yeah, y'all see the look at the nails on, my dominant hand. I did a little some. Now, I actually love abstract art, like kind of like art with no meaning, sort of say. So you see, I just drew random lines, squiggles, whatever. And you see on my ring finger, y'all see that little leaf I drew? It wasn't even intentional. Like, that is so crazy. And plus, the nail is green. Think of leaves being green. Well, they can be all different types of color, but typically everybody think of a leaf being green. And so that was cute or whatever. And so here, sorry for the smacking. And so here, I'm just adding some top coat, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of this trash top coat from this brand I used to be a BA for. I'm just not realizing that this is actually really trash, because none of my other top coats work like this. I have plenty other top coats, but I'm trying to get rid of this one before I get into my good stuff. And I typically like my top coats a little bit thick or whatever, but that ain't the case. So we're actually done with this nail set, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel. You already know how I feel. I hated it, but I am gonna keep trying to duck nails or whatever. But this is how they're looking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how y'all feel about the new intro and outro. And I'm gonna catch y'all in my next one. Bye.